Hello and welcome to the Tea Party Howdy channel for a review of Holly and Ivy from Hallmark's Christmas specials for 2020. Okay, so in this movie, you have the two girls who are Holly and Ivy. You have this lady who is new to town. She's neighbors with Holly and Ivy. And this lady is a library freak. No, I think she'd agree with that terminology. She's definitely a library freak. She's obsessed with being a librarian. Okay, fine, yay, I've been a librarian, I really liked it. I didn't go that bonkers with it, but okay. And what happens is, in the movie, Holly and Ivy's mom, you find out that she's sick. You actually find out pretty quick in the movie, you just don't know what she's sick with. And then the whole drama, and it's very drama, the drama plays out with if the mom keeps getting sicker, what's going to happen with the girls? This particular movie pushes the agenda of being a librarian and reading books, like huge, which I always find ironic coming from a TV or even a movie production that pushes books, because like, you know, that's your competition, right? Just find that interesting. And the other thing it really pushes is the concept of adoption slash, not even in that order actually, with foster care. And that's been showing up semi-regularly in the Christmas movies, which is what a wonderful time to deal with foster care, which is, you know, all about kids needing love, and Christmas, which is all about providing love. So it's a wonderful mix. Do they do it in this movie heavy-handedly? Yes, they do. Does it get in the way? Kind of. It doesn't hurt the story because it is the story, but they really do push it harder than it needs to be pushed. It's like you kind of made your point the first two times. You don't have to keep hammering it. Yes, it's a good thing. Yes. But you're making it really obvious that you're hammering it. I'm like, hey. There's an older movie, not an old movie, just an older movie. I think it's called A Christmas Rabbit, and it's all about foster care, and it stars the mom from the Brady Bunch in one of her absolutely best roles, because I really love that movie, and that movie's all about foster care too, and I think it's, in relationship to foster care, it's a superior movie than this one is in how it deals with putting the agenda forward of foster care, because in the other one there is no sore thumb. This one there's a sore thumb. But how problematic, don't say problematic, the word problem fits fine, sorry, my mistake. The problem with it here is very, very minor. It's a minor quib, but it is a quib in a movie that overall works pretty well. The guy who plays the lead in this is like, oh, where do I know him from? Because I keep thinking CW's The Flash. And it's like, that was close. He's from Supergirl. But he did appear in The Flash. And what's funny is when you go to the IMDb page, they actually show him listed as a character on The Flash and not Supergirl when he was on Supergirl for every year of that hideous, terrible, unbelievable agenda-shoving show was on. Okay, so back to this movie. The lighting in this movie is spectacular. It's very, very golden and creamy, and it's beautiful. The lighting is very, very holiday-ish, and it's beautiful. The sound is good. A lot of the times, not necessarily with Hallmark, but with the other channels, Lifetime stuff, God, it all just sounds like they looped it, that they just went into the soundstage, not the soundstage, but the recording booth, and just overdubbed everything, which they probably do, actually. This one, nope, sounds like it's real, and there's no issues with the sound at all. The makeup is overkill. The woman who plays the mom of Holly and Ivy, back off, people. You're allowed to show some face in there. Holy mackerel, did that poor lady have a lot of war paint on. The woman you're looking at now, the foster care / library freak, she has more makeup than she needs to, but the mom of Holly and Ivy, wow. And in relationship to the casting of the mom for Holly and Ivy, the actress is very, very thin, and I wonder if she wasn't chosen for that because of, you know, her playing someone who's ill. But in real life, it's like, lady, have a hamburger, you're allowed. Jeez, because, you know, they say the camera adds 10 pounds. And they're not kidding. Look at yourself on your videos that you've made and look at yourself in real life. So if she looks skinny with an added 10 pounds, holy mackerel, I hope she wears heavy shoes so she doesn't get blown away, the poor thing. Okay, Now, all that being said, do I recommend this one? Yeah, it's really, really good. It's a cry movie in a lot of places. Not in an essence of it breaks your heart. No, it's not that kind of movie. But there's some serious Hallmark touching scenes. One of the reasons we tune in to the Hallmarks. So you will need a handkerchief or two. I shed quite a few tears in this, and believe it or not, you're thinking, oh, did you cry because of this and this? And it's like, no, it's actually different reasons. It was because of this and this. You're weird. Hey, that's the way it goes. Okay, so it's a good movie. Since you're familiar with my ratings already, a 4 being perfect, a 3 and under being 3.5 being good, nothing objectionable, and nothing memorable, but good. 3-4 means it's forgettable but not terrible, or there's something wrong with the acting or lighting or some other technical issue. So this one comes in at a 3.7, and it's good. Is it memorable? We'll see. But it's good and it's touching, and there's so many good technical aspects that it pushes up to 3.7, and so it's better than average, and it's not blow your socks off, but it's very enjoyable and it's a little bit above enjoyable. So that's my recommendation for Holly and Ivy for Hallmark 2020. And it's funny because it came out on the banner of movies and mysteries. I'm like, why is it under the movies and mysteries? Because the only mystery is she going to get her house fixed in time? That's not much of a mystery, especially in a Christmas movie. I'm like, pretty sure. Oh, yeah, on the other side, as far as the character development, there's a woman that plays the actual librarian, and she gets used in the movie a lot, which is good. But boy, does her character she doesn't make sense, because she doesn't. When you watch, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like, why would you're constantly left after every scene with her? Why would you do that? The other casting issue that was kind of like, was the fellow who played the lead guy's dad looks nothing like the lead guy. And same thing with the mom. I'm like, I don't know who these two people are, but they aren't his parents. I mean, it's like usually they do a lot better job on casting to make it so that they look like the people they're related to. Like these two kids playing Holly and Ivy, they totally look like they could be sisters or cousins, or they're close enough. And the trope that is done with the sisters is the one on the left that you're seeing, she won't stop talking. And the one on the right, so she's got a good future in YouTube. And the one on the right, she barely talks. And they nudge around that, not as well as you would hope, because they have her do the cliched shy girl with the looking down and hearing the bad news, but they never pull that string forward. The main strings that they're concerned about in this is pushing the agenda of librarian and books are good, and that foster care is important, but if you can actually get adopted, it's way better. Those are the main things that they're really pushing, along with the romance between the guy and the girl, which it flows pretty darned well. They actually run that one way slower than they did in the other one. Now, I didn't do it on the last two, but I'm going to do it on this one. How does this relate to being recorded or filmed in the pandemic? And I'm not sure, but there was a lot of outside scenes. There was a lot of distancing. There were definitely group scenes, but they were very, very short. So this might have been done during the pandemic, and if not, it just kind of worked out, because now we're looking at stuff in ways we never looked at it. And hopefully we'll forget how to do that, but it doesn't look like that's going to be coming anytime soon with the possible change in the top level of the government. But we'll see about that. So there you go. There's the review. And we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the future.